let's talk about collaboration, about working and building a community, not through an audience or through individuals that are watching the content you're producing, but actually about working and partnering with other people in your space. You see, I've been working as a full-time freelancer, videographer, photographer for the past 8 years, and from the very beginning, the thing that has brought me more success in this freelance field than anything else across the board has been the opportunity to partner with, collaborate with, benefit, and encourage other people in this space. It's part of the motivation for this channel, the fact that we're doing daily conversations around this entrepreneurial spirit, around creativity and how we're growing and improving. That's part of what I'm looking for here, because I'm desperate for it, because I'm searching for it, because there's a lot of other people that are hungry for it as well. Collaboration is essential to your approach to your business. People aren't competitors unless they directly are antagonistic or malicious, and then, of course, lose all respect for them and slowly pass them because people don't want to be around people who are cruel. But across the board, people are just people trying to make ends meet, trying to make their dreams come true, pursuing their passion, especially in this field. Especially in the field of creative outlets and processes, in the photography world, in the videography world, even in the writing and RPG and board games and collaborations and starting your own business, your small retail, all of it doesn't really have a lot of people who are trying to run you out of business. We might perceive it that way. You might be threatened by the new person on the block, the new person who's doing well or doing something unique or, up and coming, but if you're able to get past that idea that other people are enemies or other people will take from you, and you start thinking about how you can invest in and give back to and collaborate with, that is such a powerful position to be in. And like I said, as a freelancer for the past 8 years, collaboration has brought me more wealth, success, and fulfillment than any other aspect in this entire creative endeavor and process. And I think it might be one of the greatest areas where people fail or hamstring themselves and prevent their own success and growth. You see, today for Quackalope, I have a friend who runs another channel, the same size as mine, about 20,000 subscribers, driving down 5 to 6 hours to produce a day worth of content with me. Alex from Board Game Co. is going to be here. We're going to be talking, interviewing, filming a ton of conversational videos and footage and gameplay, and I could have seen him as a threat. Over the past year, he has paced us. He has came up closer and closer to our number. He is in the same field and conversation space as we are. Granted, he has his own spin, and so do we, but I could have viewed him as a challenger, right? Someone who is going to be competitive for the eyes and the views and the attention of the industry. And we both would have been worse off for it. Here's the reality. There are very few, if not no, companies, corporations, successful entrepreneurs that haven't leveraged and utilized the knowledge, skill, resources, attention, and platform of others to build their own. The most successful people here in the YouTube space or in any social media platform, do one thing across the board universally. They collaborate, build bridges, and utilize the fan base, the excitement, the audience across the board to not only give something cool to their community, but also grow their own attention and position. Think about the YouTubers who love and admire. They've all partnered with, collaborated with, shouted out, invested in the communities that they're part of. They've all, across the board, looked for ways to build and establish a network, their own little community, right? Their own little coalition. And Quackalope's doing the exact same thing. It's one of the reasons why we have been one of the fastest growing channels, independent channels in the board game media space. So, when it comes to collaboration, if you're not doing it, start thinking about how to do it. Identify some individuals who are around your size. I mean, if other people who are larger are willing to have you on, or smaller are willing to work with you, that's always great. But if you can collaborate within the same realm, the same operating space, usually that'll be a more powerful position to be in, because there's not a difference in power, right? There's not a value exchange that is apart from just wanting to be friends and work together and raise each other up. There's that phrase, a rising tide raises all ships, and it really is across the board true. In the wedding industry, where I started as a photographer, the very first thing I did when I needed to rebuild a business or move to another area where I didn't already have a clientele base, and even as I had a clientele base and I was looking to establish and continue my work, it wasn't by doing family photos or connecting with people on a personal one-on-one client photographer basis. The way I found the most success was by connecting with and building bridges with other photographers in the space. Finding wedding planners, venue operators, photographers that I could second shoot for, people who needed videographers, leveraging my skill, my personality, and my desire to be in relationships with people. And that led to and established the business that I was running. And clients started sharing, and it all sort of grew from there. But the cornerstone of it was some coffee shop meetings, was some second shooting opportunities, was some opportunities, whether it was completely free or I was being paid, $20 an hour or something like that. It was the opportunity to build a relationship and invest in someone else. That is how I built my career. And I think it's the first thing that people overlook. People in the photography space think that they're going to steal wedding clients from them. A new person in the space who's doing an incredible job is potentially a threat to their market. But you only need to book 35 weddings a year. And if you're both doing excellent, if you're both doing incredible work, you're going to have more requests for your service than you're going to have the ability to actually shoot. You're going to be turning down dates. The ability to share and send and return on that investment of a relationship is absolutely invaluable. And so I just want to encourage people to think about collaboration, to pursue it, to stop seeing people as potential threats or obstacles to how they may grow in this space, or what eyes and attention and money may be invested in them. Instead, see if you can lift someone else up. Because the more you're able to do that, the more you're able to invest in other people, the more you're able to build relationships and establish a community around yourself and others, the more dividends, the more the return on that investment you're going to get. Again, it has been the single biggest thing that has influenced my success as a freelancer. And this would be the way that I approach any industry, space, career, business that I want to do. If I was going to pursue RPG, book writing, if I was going to pursue novel publishing, I would try to build bridges with publishers and authors and people who already had, who were working on this space. If I was going to go into videography or back into the wedding industry, the very first thing I would do would be become friends with and start second shooting again for some photographers who I really admire, right? And I'm not saying you lift up, or you ask to work with people who you don't respect. That's not the thing. It isn't a charity case. Find people that you like being around, that you genuinely already watch and consume their content, that you admire and respect in the space, people who you like to be. Think about it this way. In 5 years, if your friend group was the most well-established in your industry, who do you want to be there at the top with you? Because you can't control the entire market share, so who do you want to share the platform with? And then do everything you can to lift them up, to invest in them, to collaborate and pursue and just build something that's bigger than a single person can do alone. If you need to make money, if you're an entrepreneur who is trying to venture out and build something for yourself, I would genuinely say collaboration is the very first key to your success. Don't do it as a way to get eyes on yourself or steal someone else's platform. Do it as a gift, as an opportunity to raise and invest in other people, and watch it pay back dividends into yourself. And with that, hopefully you're enjoying this content. I'm going to be taking it on the road here soon. So we're going to be doing some conversational videos, sort of driving down to Florida and, probably across the Georgia border and stuff like that. So if you're enjoying these, stay tuned. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. We post videos nearly every single day of the week about entrepreneurship and creativity and just the journey that I'm on as I learn and grow and build, and the journey that I hope I can be on with you all. And with that, I'll see you next time.